This morning, we continue to track developments on Sunday's Circus accident at the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
This morning, officials at Rhode Island Hospital have scheduled a news conference to discuss the care that's been provided to the 8 performers who were injured during the frightening fall. This is at least one of those women is now out of the hospital.
Eyewitness News reporter Andrew Adamson live in Providence this morning with more on what he's learned overnight.
Yeah, good morning, Danielle and Patrick. This really is a positive development in the story. We have learned that 23-year-old Samantha Petard is out of Rhode Island Hospital. She said that her and her fellow performers received an outpouring of support from the community, including receiving some get well cards from children who actually witnessed the event. This all comes about 3 days after Petard and 7 other acrobats fell more than 20 feet to the ground after the metal structure they were hanging from malfunctioned. 4 of those victims are still in serious condition at the hospital, while the families of 3 other victims didn't want details of their statuses released. Petard says she's the only one of her troupe who can walk on her own. The others need assistance or haven't tried to walk because they're waiting on operations. The good news, she says, they're all expected to fully recover. Now, Petard is an Illinois native, but she actually learned to become an acrobat at the New England Center for Circus Arts. Petard's friend, an aerial arts teacher in Massachusetts, spoke with Eyewitness News soon after the incidents.
A lot of things you can take for granted when you do them, and it's really a good reminder for us all to remember that these things that we're doing are real and that the dangers are real, and you always need to make sure that safety is always in tip-top shape.
And Petard says that she hopes to eventually rejoin the tour, and we've actually seen some tweets this morning of Petard doing some national interviews, so that's a good sign as well. Very positive development there. We are expecting to get an update coming up at about 10 a.m. from the hospital on the statuses of the victims, and they're all the latest on that. We're also going to have more on the investigation into this incident coming up in our next half hour. For now, live at the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Andrew Adamson, Eyewitness News.
And stay with Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of this circus accident as the investigation unfolds both on air and online at WPRI.com.